When the Democrat-controlled Maine House of Representatives voted to censure Republican Laurel Libby of Auburn earlier this year, she was told that if she apologized for what she did, she would once again be allowed to participate in debates and votes in the chamber. She didn't. Instead, she sued. And today, the U.S. Supreme Court said while that lawsuit is in the courts, that censure should be put on hold. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch at the State House tonight with more on the ruling and Libby's reaction to it. Donovan.
Hi, Brian. We've been saying this all evening. This is a momentous day in Augusta. The nation's highest court telling the Maine legislature that it must give back Representative Laurel Libby her voting power on the floor. That power was taken away as part of a censure put in place by the Democratic majority of the Maine House over a social media post Libby made showing the name and picture of a trans athlete with the purpose of arguing against Maine's policy of allowing trans athletes to compete in women's sports. Now, important to note, this is not the final decision in the case that Libby filed against Speaker Fecteau over that censure, but it is a departure from lower court decisions that declined to side with Libby and grant her an emergency injunction. The Supreme Court now siding with Representative Laurel Libby. And this news all broke on the House. Well, the House was in session today in Augusta, and we had a chance to speak with all of the players involved in this decision. Laurel Libby celebrating this as a victory for the Constitution. Democrats are keeping very close to the chest. Or just moments ago, the Speaker of the House's office released a statement saying we look forward to continuing with the important work Maine people expect of us. Also saying that the clerk of the House has already complied with the court ruling. But take a look at Speaker Fecteau's reaction just after the news broke. Hi, Speaker Fecteau. Do you have any response to the Supreme Court decision? Do you have any response, Representative?
Disappointing. I think it's unfortunate the Supreme Court injects itself into the legislature's decision-making here.
I'm so thrilled on multiple fronts. First of all, for my 9,000 constituents who have been completely disenfranchised over the last several months as I have not been able to vote on their behalf. But secondly, for every citizen who would have been at risk if this precedent continues to stand.
And it's hard to just overstate the importance of this decision today, this issue, this censure. It's come up at times when it wasn't even on the docket of things that Maine House of Representatives has discussed. I mean, this is something that has loomed over the Maine House for this entire session so far. Today, a critical decision came out of the Supreme Court. Of course, the case will still need to be litigated, and there will still be a final decision on that matter between Libby and Speaker Fecteau. I'll send it back to you, Brian.
Donovan Lynch with the major news of the day today at the State House. Donovan, thank you.